Good morning, everyone. My name is Pastor Molson, and today my title for the sermon is Colored Number or Coloring Number, whatever. Because normally pastors doesn't preach in this subject. Unfortunately, today in the church, they teach false teaching and they don't care about word of God. They care more about more followers. They use hashtag to get more followers. They manipulate to get more followers. They want to fill the building of the church with people. But so many people that come to church, they fill the church. Yes, that's true. They fill the seat of the church. They do nothing at all. Nothing at all. So I suggest that for your own sake, I'm telling for you, don't try to fill the empty chair of the building because they do nothing and there is no use of that. I'm not the one who fill the church only. I'm not the one that sit and only listen. So many people doing that. If you like people listen to you, you have a lots and lots of people that listen to. They come and sit and they listen and they go. They do nothing. If you enjoy that, there is so many people that they can come and sit and listen to you. So I'm not one of them. Sorry about that. I was thinking about my life and I reviewed what I spent. I reviewed what I have spent my whole life. I spent more than half a century. I reached an age that I can say that I have lots and lots of experience. If you want to get experience, I know somebody said, oh, that person, that young people, they need to get experience. Whatever they do, they need, there is no judgment. And I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you, young people. But you cannot do whatever you want and say, oh, they need to get experience. No, that's not the way it works. Right? Of course, I'm right. I'm always right. I don't make any mistakes. So when I was reviewed my life, I see ups and downs in my life. And I can tell you with boldness that whatever situation you are in, I can understand you because I was been there before. I was there before. Whatever experience you have, I have that experience. No matter what experience you have, I can top that because I have a lot of experience in different area of life. In job places, I worked in different job places, and I know how inside I have information inside and out. I've been there in workplaces, different workplaces. I have been there. And I know how does it feel to work in a call center, security guard. I was security. I was working in call center and I called inbound and outbound calls. I was in retail. I was in engineering and consulting engineer. I was in social service work. I was doing that kind of job. So I have information from inside and out. So my experience can top your experiences. I think you cannot top my experiences in life. 99% of the people, they have monotone life, or they spend all their life in misery, flat misery. Maybe they try hard. I'm not anything, I have nothing against success. If you're successful, if you work hard every night, a study after a study, a study after a study, no sleep. No, the doctors. You can ask the doctors. A study after a study after a study after a study. They get tired of a study, but at least they get a doctorate degree. I can relate to that. I'm not a medical doctor. Of course, I have two doctorate. I have two doctorate, but I'm not medical doctor. So I know how does it feel a study after a study after a study after a study. I know that. But I have more experience than you. I can top your experiences in life. I say that they have, even doctor, they have monotone life. They try hard and they get doctorate degree and they go to the office and they examine patients and they go home. And sometimes they go on vacation. That's a monotone life, you guys. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's a monotone life. They go to work, they come back. Oh, I'm tired of working and working and working. I need vacation. Maybe they need a lot of vacation, doctors. Doctors may need a lot of vacation. So that's a monotone life. That's a monotone life. That's why I put pieces of puzzle together to see the big picture because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. My life doesn't make sense. That's why I'm trying to put pieces of puzzle together to see the big picture. Right? Because if you try to figure out, oh, why this, why that, why? There is so many why in anybody mind. And I have lots of questions. So I try to put pieces of puzzle together to see the big picture and make sense of it all. Right? Because I'm not like other person. I'm a unique person. I'm not like other person, go to work, come back, go to work, come back. I'm not like them. I cannot sit and only listen. I have to do something. When I was listening, normally when I listen, sometimes it happens. When I listen to song of a famous song, and something else come to my mind. And I'm not a musician. I don't. Although I told you. Let me tell you again. Although I'm not a musician, but I try music. This is one of my experiences. I went to music class. I learned theory of music. I learned that, and I tried playing piano. But I left it because it was waste of the time. I don't want to waste my time for learning piano. There is something more that I want to learn, right? So I have experience in music too, and I can relate to someone who compose or play music. I can relate to them. I have that experience too. And also, I was trying to draw painting, and I can relate. I have experience in painting too. I don't say that I'm expert because I'm stuck in painting and I don't know anything about no different kind of, because sometimes you see a painting and there is some line and they said new or modern painting. I don't understand that. Some people they like it, so I have nothing to claim on that. But I have experience on painting as well. But my point is, some people have monotone life. No, I'm nothing. I guess sometimes when I'm talking today, there is conflict. You think maybe it's conflict. There is contradiction, but no. Listen carefully to me, and you understand it. Because I have nothing against focus. You have to be focused toward your goal. Even yesterday, I put a video on TikTok. Focus. There is nothing can hold you. And Josh was singing, "You raise me up." I sing, "You stop me so I cannot be on the mountain." You have stopped me so I cannot be on the mountain. That's true for my life. Maybe for some people, they can sing, "You raise me up." But I can sing, "You have stopped me so I cannot be on the mountain." That's my song. You have stopped me so I cannot be on the mountain. And then when I put every day, I put pieces of the puzzle together to see the big picture. That is why I'm doing this. If you want to know why I'm doing this, that's why. Because I want to put pieces of the puzzle together, like when you put a photo after photo after photo after photo. Right? I'm putting pieces of the puzzle together to see the big picture and make sense of it all. And some people they work hard and they get successful. Even maybe they get Oscar. But still as a monotone life, it's just be like you see people on the hospital when their heart stop beating, there is a line. So it's a monotone life. I have nothing against trying to get one goal. You can focus to reach only one goal. But I tried different things. I learned different things. And I'm proud of that. I have no regret to learn so many things. That's wide variety of things that I learned. So whatever situation you are in, I can relate to you. I can understand you. But some people, they have monotone life. Even they complain. Let's go to the Bible. In the book of Numbers, God told Moses that count. So you can count. Feel free to count. God told Moses to have a census. I read from the Bible. Some even pastors, they complain after complain. Oh, I have wife and have child, I cannot support them. They are worried about their wife and children. They complain every day. They complain. Oh, I cannot support my wife and my children. You have to give me money. Oh, my member of my church, they cannot donate money. You have to give money to me. Always complain. Even some pastors, they complain that they should receive some money. Always complain about the money. Some pastors are like this. Some people, they were born in rich family. They inherit. The inheritance is money. They are happy. They are have a luxury life. That's monotone life. But when I was thinking about my life, I had so many money. I had so many money that I couldn't spend it. I didn't know how to spend that money. And I was in a situation that I didn't have any food at all. I didn't have tea to serve for my guests. I didn't have tea at all. But there were some times that I have lots of money. So I experienced richness. I experienced poor. I experienced every kind of situation. I know how does it feel. I spend most of the time lonely. I know how does it feel to be lonely. And I was in a crowd. I was in a team. I experienced all of these situations. I know it all. I was in the background. I was behind the camera. I was in front of the camera. I was experiencing all of this. So I can relate to you. I can understand you, and I experience it all. So you cannot top that. The Lord spoke to Moses in the tent of meeting in the desert. Take a census of the whole Israelite community by their clans and families, listing every man by name one by one. So you can make a list of every man's name one by one. Make a list and put the name of every man on the list. You can do that. You can make a list, and because God told you. یه چیزی به من میگه که لیست تهیه بکن و اسم همه مردا رو تو لیست بنویس. You and Aaron are to count according to the division all the men in Israel who are 20 years old or more and able to serve in the army. God told Moses that you and your brother, Moses and Aaron, they were brothers. God told Moses that you and your brother count and list every man's name and according to their division. I know because there was division, and nowadays there is a lot of division. Some churches against another church. That pastor comes, oh, so and so like this, and I can tell whatever I want. They even name of that person. I don't want to name it. There is division between churches. There is division between TV ministries. There is division everywhere. There is division everywhere. So you can you can make a list and write the name of all men according to their division. So we have to make a list. Oh, Presbyterian, so. Catholic, so. Baptist, so. All men. All denomination. All division according to their division. And this is from the book of Numbers. Normally, no pastors preach from the book of Numbers because they don't want to count. They don't like to count, but you can count. Feel free to count and make a list of all men. An account is given of the murmuring on unbelief, for which they were sentenced to wander in the wilderness nearly 40 years. That's why people of Iran, complain and they are under bondage of Islam. If you see people of Iran are in bondage of Islamic regime, that's because of murmuring and complaining. Unfortunately, people of Iran are captivated by Islamic government. That's why they cannot do anything. They cannot talk. They cannot, women cannot sing, women cannot talk. They have to ask permission of their husband even to go on a journey. So when I started my journey 20 years ago, my journey of belief, I started my journey 20 years ago. And I had lots and lots of experience. You cannot top that. I bet you cannot top that. And people of Iran are captivated by Islamic government for more than 40 years because of murmuring, because of complaining. So if you see people of Iran complaining, that's because they were complaining. انقلاب 57 شکایت کردن، مردم ایران تو انقلاب 57 شکایت کردن، برای همینه که بیشتر از 40 ساله در بردگی دولت اسلامی هستن. The trial greatly tended to distinguish the wicked and hypocrite from the faithful and true servant of God, who served him with a pure heart. See, my heart is very close to God's heart. That's why I have served God with pure heart. My heart is close to God's heart. That's why my heart is pure. How can it be somebody's heart close to God's heart and their heart is not pure? So even I don't say that. People told me that my heart is close to God's heart. So I should have a pure heart then. Right? It makes sense. When somebody's heart is close to God's heart, they should have a pure heart. It makes sense. But this trial, this tribulation is a test. Do you remember? There was a farm. There was a farm and owner of the farm sow a seed. And you want to be certain about the sow a seed. No. God and Bible said that don't trust all you sow. Because during the night, there was a night, Satan said good night and went, instead of going to sleep, he stayed until 2 o'clock awake and put some weed in the seed. Everybody thinks that Satan went to sleep. But no, he said good night, but he went to the farm and saw some weed among the seed. He was awake until 2 a.m. And when everybody in the morning, they wake up and said, good morning. At the dawn, people saw that, oh, there is weed. علفهای هرزه رشد کرده، خیلی هم خوب رشد کرده. این علفهای هرز بین اون بذرهای خوب بودن. So, what worker went to the owner and said, oh, let us go and take the weeds out. But owner said, no, wait, and let both of them grow together. And then in the time of harvest, you can separate them. Some of them left hand, some of them right hand. So wait until the end. At the end, you will be shocked what God is going to say. Somebody come and may tell something. Somebody may tell something. Because at the end of the time, at the end, God comes and separate even inside of the church. People inside of the church, God come and separate them. Some of them right hand, left hand, some of them right hand. And God tell to people on the right hand, well done, good and faithful servant. I was hungry, you feed me. I was thirsty, you gave me water. I was naked, you gave me clothes. And they said, when these things happen, I didn't do anything to you. God will tell them, whatever you did to the little one, you did it to me. It was at the dawn. It was at the dawn, right? Whatever you did to the little one, you did it to me. And those people on the left side, God tell them, and somebody may come and tell you something. Get away from my sight. Get away my sight. I will do it. Get away from my sight. I will do it. Because when I need a ride, you didn't give me a ride. When I was hungry, you didn't give me food. You make barbecue and you didn't left me anything. I need a ride, you didn't give me a ride. And get away from my sight and will do it. So you may be shocked what God telling you at the end. You may be shocked. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. Maybe you will be shocked at the end. Remember Peter? I think you remember Peter. If you read the Bible, you know the story of Peter. Jesus Christ himself told Peter, Satan is going to sift you. And in the time of sifting, there is differences. Why do you sift? Because in the time of harvest, in the farm, I was been in the farm. I never worked in the farm, but I was been in the farm. And they put the wheat to the wind, uh, the extra put somewhere and the other good somewhere, and they separate from each other. Or anything. When you want to make a, when you want to make macaroni spaghetti, when you put the spaghetti in the boiling water and you sift it, that the drain all the water. So God tell Peter that Satan is going to sift you, but I pray for you. I pray for you. So your faith doesn't get waste. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, because time is precious. Don't sacrifice. Don't even think about sacrificing or wasting your time. Because I spend a lot of time, I sacrifice my time to listen to false teacher of the church, but it was wasting of the time. I even watched TV ministry, but it was wasting of my time. So I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not going to do it again. I'm not going to waste my time again to watch those fake ministry. Believe me, I'm not gonna do it again. Because when you made a mistake, if you repeat those mistakes, then you are stupid. If you make the same mistakes twice, you are stupid. So I'm not going to go back to those churches that I've been there because it was a mistake. I'm not going to make those mistakes again, to go back to churches that I've been before. I'm not going the same mistake again. And what's happening right now in the church is something like this. I know intention of God. I know. I know intention of God in the church is something like this. God allow you to do anything you want. They think that they have a record of ministry and they're doing whatever they want, and they see it as a sign of approval of God. No. God let you whatever you want to do, but at the end, wait till the end, and God may something. God may say something to you, and you will be shocked. I don't judge you. I know you did all the wrong things, even to me, even to others. But I'm not going to judge you. I let you go and feel free to do whatever you want to do. Feel free to do whatever you want to do. Feel free to repeat past mistakes. میگه من اشتباه نمی کنم. Feel free to do whatever you've done before. Repeat those mistakes. And I'm not judging you. I'm not judging you. But wait until the end, and God may say something to you. Get away from my sight. I never knew you. Never. Then he will say to those on the left hand, you didn't give me eyes when I was thirsty. You didn't give me clothes when I needed clothes. You didn't give me food when I needed food. And they say, oh, our conscience is clear. I'm not responsible for anything. But God may say something to you, and you will be shocked. Because you didn't give me what in the desperate situation and I worked with you and I helped you, but you didn't give me anything to satisfy my thirst. You are guilty, but I'm not. I'm not judging you. Some people say, oh, we give unappreciable item to those in need. So we should be okay. No, it's like a red light. Every day you drive and you stop at the red light. One day, one day you pass the red light. Then you get the fine. And you say, oh, I always stop at the red light, so I should be okay. That you should ignore that one thing. No, no, it doesn't work like that. When you hurt people intentionally, when you can do something good for people and you don't do it, and you say, oh, come after, no? Somebody come and knock at the door and need something. And you say, oh, no, come tomorrow and I will give you. That's a sin. Don't postpone. Don't postpone it to tomorrow. If you can give something to some people, give it to them. Don't wait until tomorrow. That's a sin. Again, if I want to compare it with the church today, she said, me, I don't make any mistakes. Continue repeating those mistakes that you deny making them. And they say all consciences are clear. So I leave it to God. It's something between me and God. I leave you aside. That's why I ignore you. I think that you don't exist. I left the church aside and I have direct relationship with God. I left the church aside. It's between you and your God. And I have to give account to my God. It's between me and my God. So do whatever you want to do, but don't tell me I didn't warn you because God may say something to you at the end. It may shock you. But when God told Moses to count and have a census, it was the start of the journey. I started my journey 20 years ago. I had a lot of experience on top of my experience before being a believer. So you cannot talk that. Let me read from the Bible again. God is with us always if we are his people. He guides and protects us. Everything in the Bible, everything you read in the Bible, there is an if. So don't be certain that do whatever you want to do and God forgive you. God's grace is something that you cannot manipulate. You cannot manipulate grace of God. You cannot do whatever you want to do and say, oh, grace of God is enough for me. No, it doesn't work like that. What does the book of Numbers teach us? When we are talking about God, always there is a condition. All the promises and covenant comes with the if clause. Even Abraham, Jacob, and all the promises, Moses, they come with the if clause. If do this, then. Always there is a if. Do not be certain. It means they are not certain. God is with us if we are his people or believer. If you're not a believer, then what do you expect? What do you expect if you are not a believer? Like my sisters, they are not believers. So they cannot get help from God. Maybe God to help them. I don't know. I'm not sitting in place of God. I don't want to sit in place of God. I'm not like those people that they think they are God. Who do you think you are? Some people think they are God. Some people think in the church they are God. I'm not like them. I don't want to like them. I don't want to be like them. God guided the Israelites by means of cloud. Numbers 9:15 to 23. They carried the ark with them wherever they went. The ark showed them that God was with them always. He protected them from the enemies. Okay? I told you, I experienced a lot of ups and downs. God was with me. Always God showed me a sign. Always there was a sign for me that God is protecting me. God is with me. If God wasn't with me, I wouldn't be here. I can repeat that over and over and over. If God wasn't with me, I wasn't here. God is not against me. God is for me. God is with me. If God wasn't with me, I wouldn't be here by now. When I started my journey 20 years ago, from the day one, I heard lies, lies and lies and lies from day one. Unfortunately, church today is full of stupid people, hypocrite people, and liars and gossipers. Full. Church is full with these people. And that's why I tell you, wait until the end. God may say something to you. Get away from my sight, evil doer. Even they fight to not going to promised land. They were afraid. They said when 12 people were sent to spy promised land, only two of them came back with the good news. 10, 10 of them, they were afraid to fight for the promised land. They said, oh, they are so strong. They are so strong. We cannot confront them. We cannot enter the promised land. They are strong. Only two people came back with the good news and they said, oh, we can fight them. We can enter the promised land. So even Jews at that time, they were afraid to fight for the promised land. They said, oh, they are strong. We cannot fight them. We cannot confront them. They did not trust God. They did not trust God enough. That's what happened today. Some people think that the enemy are so strong. They said, oh, no, I cannot fight that false teacher because they are strong. No. If you are with God, like God is with me, you can fight false teaching in the church. Because when somebody is with God, is he is a majority. I'm not alone. I'm with God. So I am in majority. Don't say that, oh, we are numbered and you are alone. No. God is with me and I am in a majority. And I can fight false teaching of the church. I am bold and confident enough. I trust God enough to provide for me, and I lack nothing. I can fight false teaching of the church. Instead of turning off the light, turn on the light. Then you can fight the darkness. If you like darkness, some people like darkness. So that's why they turn off the light, because they are comfortable in the darkness. They are more comfortable in the darkness because they don't want anybody see their fault. They say, me, I don't make any mistakes. And if they turn on the light, everybody see their mistakes. So they turn off the light so nobody see their fault. God never allowed the Israelites to worship false God. So if you're one of the people of the church that worship men or worship statues or worship goddess, stop. Stop, stop, stop. Peace of God be with you all.